What's up and welcome back. Today we got a lot to talk about. Bloodborne Remaster, Bloodborne 2, Silent Hill, Final Fantasy XVI, and Sly Cooper. Now let's get started with Bloodborne Remaster and Bloodborne 2. This comes from WCCF Tech, titled Bloodborne PlayStation 5 Remaster is in development by Bluepoint. A sequel is also in the works, and this is a rumor, technically speaking. A Bloodborne PlayStation 5 Remaster is currently in the works by Bluepoint Games, according to rumors circulating online. Speaking on Twitter, Colin Moriarty, who proved to be reliable in the past, having revealed that a Demon's Souls remake was in the works before the official statement, stated that Bluepoint may be on a journey to Yharnam. Now, the interesting thing here is, number one, he revealed Demon's Souls before Demon's Souls happened, so clearly his connection is reliable. And I think that Colin is not known to speak on something if he didn't really believe the source. And we know, just based on his credibility and his track record, that he does have connections and he does know a lot of people, and he has never really discussed things that he was not 100% sure about in terms of the reliability of his source. Now, on Discord, as reported by Reddit user MeatSmack69, Colin Moriarty further elaborated on the matter, saying that Bluepoint Games is currently working on not only a Bloodborne PlayStation 5 remaster, but also on a sequel. The source of this information seems to be reliable, as they revealed the Wolverine game by Insomniac before its official announcement last month. So again, really showing that we can put some confidence into this rumor. Now, it is still a rumor nonetheless, but I'm pretty confident about this. I don't think that there's any misinformation here, but again, take it with caution. As all rumors, you never want to just assume that it's 100% the truth. But if this is to be believed, we are looking at not only Bloodborne Remaster, but we're looking at Bloodborne 2. And the thing with that is, as well, if you look back at the job posting videos that I've made in regards to Bluepoint Games, they are very clearly actually working on a remaster/remake, and they are also working on an original project based on the job posting that we saw back in one of my videos. I think it was about 4 months ago that we talked about this. So if you haven't seen that already, you can check back and see that this all actually does align. So that's why I think that this is actually the case, that there is a Bloodborne Remaster, that there is going to be a Bloodborne 2 as well. Now, next up, I want to talk to you guys about Silent Hill. There's a lot of talks and rumblings about this. This comes from Gamatsu.com, and basically they are saying that they heard that a new Silent Hill is in development at a prominent Japanese developer. That studio is Kojima Productions, according to a publishing source that wishes to remain anonymous, who also said that the game is funded by Sony Interactive Entertainment. So essentially they're saying that Sony is funding a Silent Hill project and Kojima is making it. And there are two ways to look at this. Number one, I could see this happening, as this is a project that a lot of people want. After the whole PT teaser game, whatever you want to call it, it seems that people really enjoyed that, and they really wanted the whole Silent Hill experience by Kojima, and we never got that, unfortunately. Now, there is one, I'll call her pretty reliable leaker, who believes that that's not the case. Doesn't believe that Kojima is, or they're flat out saying, no, Kojima is not making Silent Hill. Now, not to say that that's 100% the truth or credible, it's just to say that this is another angle as well. I feel two ways about this. Number one, I could see this happening. It's a possibility. It's certainly something that I could see happening, because people are excited about this. People want this game. So it's not out of the ordinary for Sony to want to do something that's, you know, highly desired by the community. But one thing that does throw me off about it is Sony is not really known to fund IP that they don't own, right? So if they're going to fund a project, typically they want to own the IP. That's kind of their thing. That's what they like to do. So in this case, they don't own Silent Hill. They certainly didn't buy it as far as I know, and I don't think they are going to buy it. So it makes me question whether that is something that Sony would do, as based on their past, they always like to own the IP that they fund. Even when it's a second-party studio, the IP typically ends up being Sony's property. So this is something that does throw me off a little bit, but again, not something that would be not possible for them to do. The other issue is Kojima has a lot of bad blood with Konami, you know, after what they did to him. It just seems like I do wonder if Kojima would want to work on anything that involves them ever again. So there's that as well. But overall, this is a possibility. I'm going to just say it's a possibility. I don't see this as 100% happening, but it wouldn't shock me incredibly if it did happen. I do hope that it does happen for those of you that are really excited for this. But yeah, I wouldn't take this as fact just yet. This is definitely a rumor, a heavy, heavy rumor. Now, next up, we have a Final Fantasy XVI update. Speaking during a TGS livestream on Saturday, Naoki Yoshida reiterated that Final Fantasy XVI's main design is complete and claimed that the development team is currently finalizing the remaining side quests set to appear in the game. Yoshida said that the game's character models are also nearly finished and that there are only a few quality improvements left to be done on the game. So this makes me believe that this game is likely going to be a 2022 game. If it's this far along, certainly it's got to be due out soon. I mean, 2023 maybe, but I feel like 2022 would be a good year as we would be getting a mainline Final Fantasy game. And then maybe in 2023 we look at Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Who knows? That's kind of just pure speculation, but I feel like if they're this far along, you know, Q3 definitely looks like a possibility for Final Fantasy XVI. Now, we do also have one more update where producer Naoki Yoshida revealed that the highly anticipated title will feature an expansive skill tree system, which is meant to allow for unique and personal character growth. Yoshida suggests that players will be given a lot of options. Now, still, we do not know if he is the only playable character. Is Clive the only one you can play as, or is there going to be a party system? This is pretty much just another detail of the game we don't know about, and hopefully soon we will get more information. Here's hoping that we do. But that's it for the Final Fantasy XVI update. And lastly, I want to talk to you guys about Sly Cooper. And this comes from Nick from Xbox Era. And basically, he says, "Hey, Sly fans, I guess some good news. My normal Sony source was originally told by a newer source, just confirmed to me that Sly is indeed coming back. That's it. That's all. Just an update since many of you still DM me to this day." So, you know, Nick has been accurate in the past before, certainly. I do think that this is a possibility. It's an IP that Sony owns, and they haven't done anything with it in a while. And, you know, after the success of Ratchet & Clank's return back onto PS4, and especially with the PS5 entry, I don't see why not. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to do another Sly Cooper game. Now, do I think that Sucker Punch is working on that? Absolutely not. I do not think Sucker Punch is working on Sly Cooper, or maybe they are. Who knows? Maybe they are working on it with a small team, kind of splitting off their resources in a way, having maybe Ghost of Tsushima 2 in production and Sly Cooper as well, or maybe they have tasked this with a second-party team or another in-house team. We don't know just yet, but I could totally see Sly Cooper coming. But again, this is a rumor. Don't take it as more than that. If it happens, that's great. Otherwise, I'm not too upset about it if it doesn't happen, as I never really was too ingrained and deep into the Sly Cooper series. But I do know there's a lot of people out there who did enjoy that. I personally would prefer a Jak and Daxter comeback over a Sly Cooper comeback. But I guess we're not going to see Jak and Daxter come back anytime soon, unless Naughty Dog is working on it. But from the looks of it, Naughty Dog is probably going to focus on more mature games going forward. Now, that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of this Bloodborne remaster, Bloodborne 2 rumor? What do you think of Konami working with Sony and Kojima to create a Silent Hill game? How do you feel about Final Fantasy XVI? How close do you think this game is? And lastly, how do you feel about Sly Cooper? Do you want to see it make a return? Do you think it's going to make a return? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description. And share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.